where this is 1 millimeter and parallel.
Sorry, what is 1 millimeter? Oh, the width.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And parallel.
Yep.
And then my wheel sits here.
Yep.
So I calculate with the wheel diameter, when I come in half the blade thickness minus 20 thousandths, I need to know where the wheel exits the blank.
Okay.
And so I calculate that, and that determines my table height relative to the wheel. Okay? So when I first came up with this, I was using a 1/2 inch wide wheel. And I just set the table, set the fence, pulled the razor through, stuck a shim behind it, pulled the razor through, stuck a shim behind it, pulled the razor through. So the shim was my feed in.
Yeah.
And then when I got to halfway through minus 20 thousandths, I stopped, and the reveal was left up. And I leave about 1/8 before a heat treat. 1/8 of an inch reveal at the top of the spine. So then when I came down here, I demonstrated that, and everyone went, "Oh, that's weird."
Wow, somebody's using trigonometry. I think
They
I
did.
remember that.
Still does.
But I didn't know, and then I finished the razor on Charlie's grinder with a 2-inch belt, and I loved this 2-inch belt, but I thought, how's that going to work with? I wasn't sure I was going to be able to make it work with my system for the rough grind. And part of the problem is, with a 1/2 inch wheel, 1/2 inch wide wheel, you know, I just basically enter and drag the razor across. Well, it's like, okay, a 2-inch wide belt, how do I enter? And how do I get it so that it's not just grinding on one corner of the belt? So I've set my table height. I calculated that on this fixture. And the fence I have is not parallel with the wheel. So I've got a little bit wider, like on this side, that's pretty tight, but on this side it's looser,
Yeah.
right? So when I'm grinding, I'm gonna pull the razor this way.
Okay. That makes
So I'm grinding on the whole face of the belt. And then there was still, how do I start the grind? So this fixture does that. Oh,
So Victor, you've not done any grinding on that blade at all. That's just straight from.
no, I ground so I have the spine thickness,
Okay.
but it's flat.
Okay.
I mean, there's forging thing here, but the other side of it is flat.
So this is just basically almost like a flat grind to the thickness of the spine.
Right.
Okay.
And when I forge, if it's not flat, I fill it with Bondo and make it flat. So I've got a flat side for my fence.
Gotcha.
So are we ready?
Yep.
Might not be the ideal location.
When you're dealing with that smile against that width of belt, it seems like it has to be a narrow belt. Otherwise, that curvature of the belly is not going to follow the curve. Whoa.
What's the grid on the belt?
30.
36.
36?
Yeah.
Gonna,
Wow.
I didn't
gonna
mean to
rip
do
off.
that.
Beach sand.
It's a fit grip for moving metal at. It'll go right through a cowhide glove in less than 1/10 of a second and down into the meat.
I can tell you a 50 will get to the meat quick.
I got some 24 grip belts once.
Smaller grips,
First-hand information, huh?
the smaller
once.
Just got boulders glued
Oh,
down.
yeah. Pretty much.
Okay, so
now, you saw how I was rocking that. So that makes, so the center of the wheel is up here, and when I'm rocking it, I'm just grinding that bottom part flat. And you can see how the grind is following my spine. It's really following the edge, but they're parallel. I need to rock down a little bit on this side. I couldn't quite see.
So the line that's cut in there though, that in essence becomes your
Spine.
first grind line. And then from there, as you thin out further, then you take most of that out? I'm seeing a line, unless it's just a shadow. Up top here.
That's just, yeah, that's the
Yeah,
spine.
okay, so I
So
need
then the
to,
whole thing becomes the spine above that?
I'm
Are you
not
gonna-
following,
are you
but
gonna
I have
leave
to,
the
I
reveal?
need to go deeper,
Okay.
Yes,
which will bring this line up.
there you go.
Okay,
Yep,
okay, okay.
yep.
That's what I was asking,
I think he refers to it as the reveal
the reveal.
on the
Okay.
side there, the side.
So
Okay,
the side of the spine is what he calls a reveal?
I think so.
Okay, that works.
What would be the equivalent of homeware?
Yes,
Well, not
but,
necessarily. If you were
now,
making
you
a-
referred to this as the reveal?
Yeah, what's left, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
You left
Okay, yeah, he uses
a
that
nice
term.
thick piece across the top.
Okay,
Cut your grind
so
underneath.
I'm still 15 thousandths thicker. See, and I've got this nice flat side to measure to.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, I need to go 15 thousandths.
What kind of an anvil you have on that thing? What kind of an anvil? Flat, round, pointed?
Oh, it's flat,
It's flat, okay,
yeah. But I'm measuring on a flat.
okay, good enough.
So this is 7 thousandths. So now I'm gonna stick that in on my fence.
7 thousandths, what, is that plastic, piece of paper or
piece of
something?
paper.
Just a piece of paper, okay.
Sometimes I use new paper.
Newspaper?
No,
New paper.
Oh, that's good, because that gets old and compressed, yeah.
So that's,
so I should speak up.
Speak clearer. I should have about 7 thousandths more to take off of this. And that's why I show 8.
Cross counts at this stage.
What's the paper for?
That
It's a
was,
spacer.
okay, so I have my fence
Yeah.
and I do a grind
Yeah,
and now, then I measured my thickness.
yeah.
So this just brings, this is like the feed. 7 thousandths, now I take 7 thousandths more off.
Oh, okay.
It's a
And
shit.
as I'm coming in, this reveal line is moving up towards the spine. And I've calculated that to come out, leaving about 1/8 of an inch reveal. Then when I do my finish grind, that reveal moves up because I do that freehand, but
Okay.
Is there a stop on this to keep it?
yes. So there's a, see, that's what this is.
You got to stop there.
There's a stop.
And then it'll be within 1 thousandth.
So at
See, it's
any
hitting
point,
right- it's-
Victor, at any point,
Okay.
does your reveal line come up to the top of the spine?
I like to leave about a 1/16 or so.
Okay, okay. So you're leaving a little bit, whatever,
Yeah.
a little bit there, okay.
You don't have an adjustable stop on it, is this that same set all the time as well, you use the space?
Yes.
It's not a,
Yep.
Yes.
whatever it ends up to be.
Okay. So this is
I mean, it's
for,
adjustable when I do the first setup.
But see, if you look at it.
so this is principally, or you're using it principally for rough grinding
Yeah.
before heat treat. Okay.
Right.
Yep.
And then the grinding
Gotcha.
would be
I don't know
That's just
where it
cool.
went.
set up.
That's just
instead of
plain
the
cool.
grind being from
Did
the
I
top
pass
to
that
the
out?
bottom,
What?
Oh,
It would be at a lower level.
I can pass that around if you want to see it, or I guess I'll do the next grind and then pass it around.
Okay.
So I went to a 15 thousandths shim,
15,000? Okay.
so roughly 7 thousandths per.
Yep.
Yeah, but this one's thicker. 7,000, 8,000.
I can see how my reveal is a little bigger on the both sides, so that tells me I wasn't rocking down as far as I wanted to.
Okay, so I'm actually about 5 thousandths, well, about 2 thousandths more than I wanted to be. So I'll pass this around. So now I got one side done, and the problem is, how do I do the other side? Because I don't have a flat. I put a Bondo in there, sand it parallel with the back side, and flip it around.
Yep. And it works.
Yeah, sure it will.
And it gives me a blade that goes like that for my, you know, for the rough grind.
And your
And then so
setting
I
remains.
don't have so much work to
Finish
do.
grind,
So it
post heat.
stays reproducible.
Yeah, and I don't have as much metal to take off to get the full
So it ends
hollow.
up being perfectly symmetrical.
Awesome.
Yep.
Very clever.
Annoyingly elegant.
Yep.
Annoyingly.
Well done, Victor.
How long can stand the heat?
Usually, the Bondo, the question was, does the Bondo stand the heat? It does pretty well, but because I've got a ground surface, there's no tooth there. And often, halfway through, the Bondo will start coming off. But it stays in one nice piece, and it fits there perfectly. And I just super glue it back on and finish.
Yeah, but then
Cool.
you've got the thickness of the super glue.